It's officially been a year since I started my move back down to South Carolina. And what triggered this move to begin with was slip back into some bad habits or just abusing some things that I know I shouldn't have been abusing. Where I was ripping so many nicotine pouches a day, staying out late, etc. And at that point, I didn't know how to regulate my nervous system. Now, for me, morning movement is so essential to my day to day life. And if I don't get my morning movement in, I start looking for other sources of dopamine to try and compensate for not getting that morning movement in. For example, I revert to self soothing mechanisms. So, rubbing my hand through my hair or stuff like that. Uh, and morning movement, the beauty in it, it only takes 10 minutes to try and regulate your nervous system. It could be stretching, walking, going to the gym, etc. Just do something. Don't look at this right off the rip. And I look back to my school life. I don't know why I said it like that. School life. I wonder if the lack of morning movement is what caused me to be so spastic and energetic in classrooms throughout my day to day. I didn't know how to channel my energy into my work. I didn't know how to focus for long periods of time. Now I'm 25. I am very aware of how my body works. And it took me this long to realize. But also, I'm only 25. I'm energetic. I'm youthful. I'm fortunate to be alive. But a year ago, I moved back and car broke down in the middle of West Virginia. Crazy story. Uh, so a little detour into getting here. But at that moment, I wasn't really negative about it. It was out of my control, and it takes a lot to break my character. Uh, I was like, oh, well, could be worse. John 13:7 popped in my mind, for Jesus replied, "You don't understand now, but you will later." Now, granted, that's not the context of that particular story, but that particular verse resonated with me in that moment. And around the time I saw what Zach was doing with Aura, and I thought it was really cool. He ran a 100 miler maybe back in April 2025, May 2025, something like that. At the time, this dude is this dude's insane. And I got on Aura's beta list, and I couldn't wait to try it out. And I surrendered my life to God and moved back. First 2 months were kind of lukewarm, kind of like Monday through Friday, kind of do some work. And then Saturday, go out with my parents wherever they'd go and have fun. Uh, got dropped into a group chat called The Pit with some amazing individuals, a lot of which are founders, founded cool companies, cool brand, uh, software as a service, a lot of deep intellectual thinkers, writers, uh, movie enjoyers, just quality humans, and all insane athletes too, by the way. Um, and that was kind of the first step of getting into endurance athletics, where I spent 5 months training for a marathon, and I gave up all drinking nicotine after the fact. I was like, okay, cool. Clear as my head was ever been. Still going through the entire process, getting in the word daily, moving every little micro thing into scripture. So in between sets, at the while eating breakfast, before bed, et cetera, et cetera. Just increasingly input uh, that I was getting scripture. Marathon comes around, and after the marathon, I was like, "This is it? What do what do you mean?" And but it's who I became during the process of the training, what I most enjoyed. So after the marathon, I didn't really have anything on the docket, and I went back to my old habits and old ways. And March, April, yeah, March, April was kind of like that, like unknown type situation where I was like, dang, definitely justified some things a little too much, but then just really praying for opportunities to open up, doors to open, and got the opportunity to go to New York City for a month and meet a bunch of people, work, just put myself out there. And first, I didn't want to go, but God was saying go. And I'm really happy I leaned into that and went. And because I met a lot of amazing people. The Knicks were playing in the finals during that time, so it was cool to witness the city just lively. The runs in New York were peak, and I learned a lot about myself in that month, just being alone in New York City. To get lost in the subway a couple times, to learning how to navigate my way. But it happens. It's for the Lord. Came back immediately 2 weeks after, went to uh, went on a mission trip to Guatemala and came back, and seems like the middle of July is kind of a blur. I don't really remember what happened during that time frame. I believe I was just training for the 100 miler. So back in New York, I got connected with this guy putting on a 100 miler through a mutual friend for his nonprofit. And without hesitation, yeah, man, that sounds insane. I'm down. Uh, so training for that, and had the opportunity to serve at a church event through our youth group, uh, getting to, you know, lead kids essentially. And then the weekend after that was 100 miler. So in the 100 miler, I my body bonked out at 56 miles, and that was out in California. So, but I learned a lot about myself in those 13 hours. The path is very clear. I know what I am called to do. I know what I'm called to do. And I'm going to use my gifts to the best of my ability to keep on going and do things for the love of the game. Money will come. Truly believe that. And it's all for the love of the game. As I described this last night, with 100 million or negative money in my bank account, I'm going to be doing it for the love of the game. Money does not interest me. The everlasting impact that you can leave on society is where things stand. Now, my name will eventually blow along with the wind. I'll be forgotten, but Jesus Christ will never be forgotten. So It's up to us to lead the next generation to do great things. And also last year, my life has, say, going on, going to be turning 26 in a couple weeks. So last year, my life, I've seen amazing growth. I've got to see some pretty cool places. Went to Austin last November and just back to back to back months and weeks, it seems like. New York, Guatemala, Birmingham, Alabama, California, San Diego, and LA area specifically. Now I'm asking myself, what next? I have a marathon on the schedule, but asking myself, do I really want to run in that? I'm trying to, I want to do something more crazy. Like, yeah, I could shoot for a better time, but what's the point? That would be for me. That'd be for myself. And trying to figure out what's next. This next year is going to be a another significant year, maintaining the present moment to build out something impactful to society for the love of the game. Always is for the love of the game. Told myself a couple years ago I'd never be a sellout. So, and it's not easy at times. Just got to keep showing up. Just got to keep showing up, even when you're getting punched in the mouth, even when it seems like everything is crumbling down. I always think of this story, the story of Job. Lost it all, but remained faithful. It's literally the key. Simple definition is the belief that things will get better. As long as you keep showing up and are grateful for what you have and taking advantage of those tools that you have at this given moment, well, you're going to go far, kid. Great song, by the way, for the ball knowers. Godspeed.